Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review the new show on Netflix that is taking universe by storm through all this staying at home, or people who have to go to still have to go to work or whatever. And that's the Tiger King. I just call it Tiger King, but it's Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. I have to keep looking because I never say that part. I just say Tiger King. Not to be fused with Tiger Kitty. That'd be a documentary all onto itself. No, I definitely watch that too. Oh, Tiger Kitty's awesome. No, Tiger King, the 7-part miniseries that's new on Netflix. My sister saw it ahead of me, and she says just so messed up. And she said she might watch it again and see if she missed anything. It's a 7-part series. Like I said, like each episode is like anywhere from 42 minutes, 48 minutes. Because like the length of episodes vary sometimes. All depends. But I mean, they're all around the 45-minute mark, average of 45 minutes. And yeah, it's fascinating. It revolves around the world of people who keep exotic animals. Especially, I mean, like ligers. They mention ligers, tigers, lions, chimps, and stuff like that. And also, you know, the PETA and stuff like that. They go animal rights people. But these people right here that owns the zoo, the one guy's Joe Exotic, and they talk about other people who own zoos, like that one doc guy, and a few other people. One guy they equivalent to Scarface, and it revolves around like the selling of animals and stuff like that. At least for the first 2 episodes, and then it goes into even deeper and darker territories, and it mostly focuses on Joe and his zoo. And he's very eccentric and he's out there. He tried running for governor or president. I mean, it goes into some very, very unusual and bizarre things. I mean, it's like you can't make this stuff up. And then if someone made a movie, they say, hey, man, this is a little bit too far fetched even for a movie. But no, it really happened. It's real life stuff. Even Jeremy John said, truth is stranger in fiction. The older I get, the more and more it's true. Truth is stranger in fiction. Just like why is making playing cards case for playing cards and take a penny trays so considered life essential? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's bizarre too. Anyways, it basically revolves around uh, Joe Exotic and a girl named Gail who runs a Tagger refuge place, fighting against each other. She's trying to get him shut down, and he's trying to get her to shut up. For the most part, and essentially they're doing the same thing. They're both exploiting taggers for money, but she said she's on a thing for. She keeps tagging in cages too. She's like a rescue agency. That's what she says. But she sells tickets just to go to her zoo, just like it. And she does. She has volunteers where her. She doesn't have. She doesn't pay them where these other people that work with Joe, I mean, they might get like $140 a week, which isn't much. Working 12 hours, they ain't barely not. But her people aren't getting paid anything, and that's just a small portion. I don't want to give away all the twists and turns to take, but it's very, very bizarre, very bizarre. I mean, you can't keep your eyes off it. It's fascinating. Um, I will say that the tigers are cute and stuff like that, and the lions are. I mean, they're beautiful animals. I respect very much, but boy, I'd be afraid because they start real cute and tiny and little, even though and then they grow up to be 200-300 pounds. It's too much animal. And there's horror stories of people who kept like chimpanzees. Having that one lady with, yeah, I couldn't even imagine that, or like just horror stories. And there's one lady that worked at the thing. She said she reached into one of the tigers' cages and one of the tigers mauled her arm really bad, and they even blurred that. They did not show it. They blurred that from the. And then I couldn't believe. I felt bad for her, but I couldn't believe her attitude. She's like, she's in a hospital for like 7 days or something, and then they said like they were trying to work or something. They said like they talked to her. He just said either you'll have to have like 2 years of painful reconstructive surgery, or you'll have to amputate. And she said, just amputate it. I'm afraid. One of my fears is losing a limb. That'd be horrible. There was another guy that didn't have any legs, but I mean, I can't remember what happened. He really messed himself up on a zipline accident. It's too painful to talk about, but he lost both his legs. But it wasn't from the lions. That's why I thought at first. But the one lady who lost, I didn't even know she lost her arm at first. When I just saw, I just didn't pay attention. I thought, oh my God, I felt bad for her. But I mean, she has a great attitude. I mean, that's at the end of the day. I mean, you see like the little tag and give me a kiss, bitty kitties. And they're like, rah, they bite your face off. No way. Yeah, I mean that's the really tragedy, because there's always like stories like that, or like the big thing in New York. They made a movie about a long time ago. People used to buy alligators when they were little, and then when they got to be a little bit too big, they flushed it down the toilet or something like that. And they made a movie called Alligator Louis Teague, which is a wonderful movie about an alligator growing 40 feet long and wreaking havoc. Dean Jagger was in that one. That's a wonderful movie. The sequel, Alligator 2: The Mutation, made in the 90s, sucked bad. But the Louis Teague one was good. But I mean, after that, I basically felt bad for the animals. That's the one I really felt bad for. I respect those, but I would never have one exotic pet. I think he had one, like, guy had like, an uncle had like a pet tiger, and it ripped his nephew's arm. I couldn't imagine that. You know what I mean? My sister had a couple exotic pets. She had a rat. I don't know if she still has it. Probably not. She had ferrets, and then she had a snake. And there's videos of me with the snake around. She called him Monty Python. Get it? The python that had around my neck. I remember I started tightening up, and she said, "Well, let me get up." Or she was going to do something. I said, "Don't piss him off." And she was going to do what? She started laughing. I feel it's like starting to rip around my neck like that. But there, I mean, at the end of the day, there weren't. I felt bad for a few people. The innocent people got caught up in it. Like whenever there were lawsuits coming, they had his mom and dad. I think they put the mom and dad's the zoo in their name or something like that. And she was coming at them, and they were going to take away their house, and she was crying. I felt bad for her. And there were the few innocent people that were truly innocent people that were affected. I felt bad for them, like that one mother whose kid shot himself, or like that one other family. I don't want to get into this. It's a fascinating movie. I never knew it was going to take the twists and turns it did, and it's really, really fascinating. But I mean, like I said, I feel bad for the animals. I feel bad for the animals. But I mean, there could always be a follow-up. You never know. It's really popular, I guess, and there's lots of memes. And my sister said she's part of this one meme group, Tag King meme group. Maybe I might join it too. But I give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's a fascinating show. So it's Tag King. Let me see if I get it right. I just say I saw Tiger King. But it's Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. Let's see if I got it right, because Jeremy Johns had it written down. Murder. Yep, I got it right. Because I keep wanting to say Murder, Madness, and Mayhem. No, it's Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. Okay. So I hope you like this video, buddy. I remember my one friend had a channel called Murder, Mayhem, and that got taken down. But, sorry, buddy. This is really a fascinating show on Netflix. Like a 7-part miniseries. They have a lot. There's so much. Like I was telling John, you gotta see this show, you gotta see this show, and I kind of get guilty of that. I kind of get accused of saying, you gotta see this show, you gotta see. There's so much stuff on now, available now. Over the last few years, whenever I started getting the whole streaming stuff, you can't watch it all. It's too much. When I was growing up, we just had like, there was cable out there, but we were in the middle of the country. Cable did not come out there, right? At the time, at least that's what my dad said. When we moved where I'm at now, while I was in the Army back in 1990, there was, they had cable out here. My dad made sure he bought like a pad, bought everything. It was like $40 a month, a lot cheaper than it is now. But, yeah, at the time when we just had the rabbit ears, and he bought a really big antenna that, and they had like, it went down from a big chimney, went down alligator clips on the T. You had to put alligator clips on it, and you could get like the main three. We had our NBC, ABC, CBS, and PBS, and then you got like Canadian stations. Every so often we would get like a UHF channel. Usually that would be upstairs. But I mean, see, I'm rambling again. I give Tiger King Murder, Mayhem, and Madness not a cough, but a 10 out of 10. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating show. I think you all like it. Now, like I said, I was on the one live stream, Pink Lady Luck. The one girl said that it's too heavy of a show. I mean, it all depends on you. There's other lighthearted stuff on there, but I mean, it's a really good show. So I hope you like this video, everybody. Till next time, please take care of my Legion. All right.